Hello everyone, my name is Lily, I'm a witch and I'm a tarot reader. Welcome to today's video, which is going to be a little different than the others, and here is why. As you've probably guessed from the title, this video is about magic and mental illness. What do I mean by that? First of all, let me start by saying that if you are suffering or struggling with, mental illness, first of all, just go see a doctor. This video is just to tell you about my experiences and does not want in any way to be a substitute for, psychological help. So first of all, if you're struggling, go see a doctor. Do this for yourself, and trust me, this is very, very important. So that said, a few time ago, I actually made a post on my Instagram page about, magic and mental illness. So I want to take that post and, talk about it a little bit more now that I can, because with this video, I can actually talk about a lot of stuff regarding the matter. So, if you read my post, you probably know by now that I have been struggling with mental illness since I was young. So it's been a long time that I've been living with this. And, it is okay, because first thing I did was to seek help from a professional, so from a doctor and then a psychologist, a psychiatrist. And, I did everything they wanted me to do. So I took my meds. I'm still taking my meds because that's very important. And how does that, affect my magic? So that's the question. Over the years, I've seen that, taking meds, it is a bit dumping me in the magical department, because, these are mood stabilizers. These are meds that, they need to keep you in a straight state of mind, and that is awesome. What I've seen that it's, at first I've struggled with it a little bit. So, when I first started taking my meds, things were a bit hazy, a bit confused, and it took me a little while to get used to that and, to get back to my magical practice. So, back then, I did not have a very stable magical practice, so I didn't have a daily routine as I do now, and things were very different for me back then. But still, after the first, the first times where I was adjusting to, the therapy and the meds, then I went back to magic. Because even if you suffer from a mental illness, I want to tell you that magic is possible. Magic is always possible. And what magic did for me was actually, help me through all of it. So I was still going to therapy and taking my meds. And by combining that, the physical cures that I needed, by combining that with my magical practice, that actually helped me a lot more. And I realized it just now, because sometimes you don't realize things until you look back and you see what you've done. And that is actually, I'm realizing it in this very moment, that my magic helped me a lot through the years, together with all the therapy that I needed. So why am I doing this video today? I'm doing it today because today is a not so good day for me. And I wanted to, share it with you guys, because we as people, we are living in the material world, and we are struggling with illnesses, mental or physical. And that is normal. That is what I want to tell you. It is okay to have a not so okay day, if that makes sense. So right now I'm having a not so good period of time. It's not just a day, and that happens, you know, with mental illness. I still take my meds, I still do my daily practice, magical practice, and that helps. But there are days when, you know, I just cannot be totally focused as I usually am, and this is one of those days. So I thought, you know, it's a good time to talk about it. It's a good time to, you know, face myself, face my fears, and whatever is making me feel like this in this, you know, in this time period, in this time frame, and especially today. So I don't know if this video is going to be, you know, a little bit of help to any one of you who actually struggles with mental illness, and I hope it does, because if I think back to when I started, you know, my magical practice, and when I first got diagnosed with depression and bipolar disorder, now I wish I had someone, you know, in the magical path to actually tell me, you know, it's okay. It's okay if you're not feeling good. It's okay if, you know, if there's one day or a few days when you cannot, like, do your daily practice fully, because that happens and it's fine. What do I do when I have these days? So my first instinct as a person is to just, you know, get under the covers and lay in bed all day. And that is what depression is all about. At least this is what it does to me. I don't do that. I don't just, you know, lay in bed. Even if I want to, even if I feel this pull to just lay there and sleep all day and cry all day, but I don't do that. Because I'm fighting the depression, I'm living with it, I've accepted it. But still, I will not allow my mental illness to actually, you know, erase what I am for a full day. So what do I do instead? First of all, I talk to my spirit friends, let's say. I talk to them because they know me better than anyone else in the whole world, and when I feel down, when I feel depressed, I just go to them, and, you know, maybe I light some incense and I sit down and I have a conversation with them, either through, you know, my tarot cards, or just, you know, by invoking them within me. And that usually, you know, helps me see things from a different perspective, because, you know, this illness is all about the material world. It's about my shell, but I am more than just my shell. So when I talk to my spirit friends, you know, they help me see that there's a lot more to the world and to life than just, you know, my mortal shell. So I start to see things in a bigger perspective. I start to see the bigger picture again, even in that moment when I cannot see the bigger picture by myself. So they help me. We have a conversation, and they're like good friends, and they tell me, you know, it's okay, it's fine, you're feeling down, but just think about that. Just think about, you know, the whole of the universe. Just think about what you truly are, you know, within the shell. What you are is eternal. The shell is just temporary. So whatever you're feeling now, it's not that it doesn't matter, because it does matter, and it matters to me, it matters to them as well. But, you know, if you look at the bigger picture, it's just one bad day, it's just one bad week, or a few bad months, because that happens as well. So when I talk to my spirit friends, I start to see the bigger picture again, and, you know, I start to feel, if not a little bit better, but, you know, I feel a little bit more calm, if that makes sense. Because when I have this these bad days, besides depression, I also get a very, very bad anxiety. So when I see things from a different perspective, from their perspective, then I start to get calm again. And that is something that really, really helps me through it. Then maybe, you know, I have a good cry, because that's okay as well. It's just, you know, emotion, it's water running out. And, you know, you don't want your emotions, your water part, you don't want it to be stagnant. You want your water and your emotions to flow. So if you need to, just have a good cry. Like, cry your eyes out, and then put on some happy music. I'm sorry. When you're done, put on some happy music, and you'll see that, you know, once your water has flown, things do feel a little bit better. So this is what I do as well. Something else that I do is keep my mind distracted. And I know that might seem, you know, simple, but it does work for me. So I woke up today and I was feeling not so good. And I was starting, you know, to go through that thought pattern where I just, you know, give in to the mental illness. And I said, no, I'm gonna stop that, because, you know, mind control, that's why that's also why it's the basics for, you know, your magical practice. So I stopped my stream of thoughts, and I said to myself, okay, let's do something. And like, I have a lot of things to do today, but what I felt like doing was, you know, to sit down and talk to you guys about what I was going through, because I think that's important too, because it might help you. But if I'm being honest, it does help me a lot. So yeah, after this, I'll probably, you know, go back to and do all the work that I have to do. But right now, I feel I need to be here and to talk to you guys and to talk everything that I'm feeling out. So what else do I do? This might seem, you know, a little bit stupid, but I eat some chocolate. You know, there's a correlation between chocolate and your serotonin levels. Like, I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly. In case, just, you know, write it down in the comments below. But as I remember it, you know, chocolate makes you happy, and that's awesome. You know, that's a natural food that actually, it doesn't change everything, but if you can even get one little spark of, you know, contentness, of happiness, that will actually make your day better. It will change your mood, even if for just 1 second, but, you know, it does help, because if you take that second and you work on it and you work to replicate that second, then, you know, you're working to turn your day around, and it will. If you know, magic is all about willpower, and if you decide that you want to turn your day around, then you're gonna do it, and things will get better for you. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Then of course, you know, I go to my pets and I ask them for cuddles, as you know, they usually do that. But when I'm feeling down like this, I just, you know, I sit down with them a little bit and I cuddle them. And even if, you know, I'm having that good cry, as I've told you before, like, I need to let the water out and cuddle my pets, because, you know, it's an undying love. It's a form of love that's so pure, the one they give you, that it does make you feel a little bit better. And that love, you know, everything is vibration, so love is the highest vibration there is. So if you get into that mood, if you tune into that vibration, then, you know, you raise your own. Maybe you won't get your vibration very high, but even if you raise it just a little bit, it does help. So if you have any pets, just go cuddle them. you know, or make yourself a hot cocoa, maybe. I love hot cocoa. And if you're having a bad day, just, you know, take a moment for yourself, take the day for yourself, do something that, you know, it keeps your mind busy and it keeps you distracted. Do something that makes you happy. Even if, you know, even if it's something very simple, like watching a movie, watching your favorite movie, or, you know, if you love going out for walks, just do that. Go for a walk, go in nature and, you know, feel the beauty of this world around you. And that, I think, helps a little bit. I'm sorry. As I said before, you know, the first thing you need to do is seek medical attention. And when you've got that, even if you're having one not so good day, there's still things you can do to turn your day around, to make it better. And so, yeah, this is probably not the only video I will be making about magic and mental illness, because, you know, I've been living with this for a very long time and it's a part of my life, it's a part of my magical practice. So I will probably talking about this more and more in the future, because, as I said, be part of my life. So let's just, you know, face these not so good days together. Maybe, you know, we can cheer ourselves up. Just, if you're having a bad day, you know, just write it down in the comments below. I'll be happy to have a chat with you, and, you know, I'm here for you as a friend. And I really hope, you know, that this video can help you even just a tiny bit to deal with your not so good days. And if it does, you know, write me a comment. I would really love to talk to you about your not so good day and my not so good day. So yeah, that's it for this video. And I mean, it's a very personal one. I feel very naked right now talking to you guys about this. But as I said, doing something like this, it actually makes me feel a tiny bit better. Like, my anxiety has gone a bit down right now, so that's a win. I'll take it as a win and I'll celebrate because it's a win. So yeah, I will be seeing you in my next videos, and as always, may the gods be with you.